he's twisted. All the next to get it. And if you really from the girl, then you'll be a witness. What you say? So I think you alright. Yeah, I got me some life. I'm just off a minute. Yeah, lost my minute. Yeah, just lost my minute. Don't talk, I ain't finished. Yeah, don't talk, I ain't finished. I just need a couple more minutes. Yeah, I can tell my story now. Yeah.
What is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into the shoe review today, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And we're hitting it really close to that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thank you if you're subscribed already. If you're not, you definitely want to hit that because I'm going to give away some prizes once we hit that mark. I'm going to give away a Supreme Balaclava face mask in a size small and medium in a black colorway. And then I have the Cat in the Hat Team Supreme in a white size medium, and I have 3 Bape magazines in which they all contain accessories in them. This one has the Bape sling bag, this one has the kids Bape bag, and this one has a wallet. So again, once we hit that mark, we're gonna raffle these things off. Alright, now onto the shoe. This is the Nike Air Jordan 1 Retro, the Phantom, and I was actually able to get this pair locally from Kicking It ATX. It's a sneaker boutique located here in Austin, Texas at the Domain Shopping Center, which you can buy shoes, apparel, or if you just want to chill out, sip some drink, and kick back, you can definitely do that over there, so be sure to stop by. Honestly, in person, this shoe is hella dope. And my first impression of the shoe is looking on the different blogs, looking at those different pictures online, like those pictures definitely don't do this shoe justice. On those pictures, you can't even tell that some portion of these panels are done up in like a grayish white and then others are done up in a sail color. Definitely not the case. Also, in looking online for the photos of this shoe just looks lazily designed, and it also doesn't help the fact that every 2 weeks we're getting a new Jordan 1 shoe and they're not all bangers. It's like they're shooting a bunch of spitballs and seeing what sticks. But again, having the shoe in hand, it's a totally different story. You got that classic silhouette, you have that simple design, and you have the quality materials. This is definitely a banger. Concerning the release date of these Phantoms, I believe they were originally supposed to release on March 9th or 10th, and then that got pushed back to the 15th or 16th of March, which ultimately got pushed back again to March 30th. You should have the opportunity to buy this shoe via the Sneakers app if you're lucky, and this will also be made available via the Foot Locker app and the Foot Action app, and I think most sneaker boutiques will have this shoe in stock. I didn't see this on Finish Line, and I didn't see this on the Champs app. The retail price on the Jordan 1 Phantoms are $160 USD. Add your taxes just based on your location. Now, I do think this shoe has been released worldwide already, just with the exclusion of the USA. So currently, the resale market, looking on StockX, looking on GOAT, this is going for about $180 to about $240 USD. And again, it hasn't been released in the USA, so I definitely think that these will increase as time goes on. Picking up my pair from Kicking It here in Austin, Texas, we are given this box. It is your typical Jordan 1 Retro box where it's all black and then you have red font and then you have your sizing sticker. And upon opening the box, you have your white tissue paper. Taking a look at the upper of the shoe, it is comprised of several different materials. Taking a look at the lateral side of the shoe and the medial side of the shoe, it's pretty much identical, so we'll focus on this side of the shoe. So there are actually 2 different types of leather with different textures and different colors going on the upper of this shoe. So along the collar, along the lacing system, around the toe box area, and this Nike swoosh area, we have a smooth leather going on. And again, looking at those pictures online, you can't really tell that this is a grayish white color. I know most would assume that it's a sail color looking at those pictures, but that is just not the case. You can see there is a contrast of colors from like this vamp area right here and this toe box area. It's like a different shade of white on each panel. Now, what's actually going to be done in that sail color is this quarter panel, this heel cup, and the vamp area. The texture of those 3 leather panels are of that crinkled paper look, which honestly on photos looked pretty stupid, but in real life application, they look pretty good. Now, you might be familiar with that crinkled paper look being on the hyper crimson ones and then the turbo green ones, but I actually think the crinkled paper look on this shoe and the actual feel of it on this shoe is definitely better. You have your Nike swoosh that wraps from the medial to the heel to the lateral side of the shoe, and what's cool about the swoosh is that it's double layered. So you have this red outline going on. This is done up in a red ribbed vinyl fabric, and then you have this Nike swoosh that is done up in a smooth texture. And probably one of my favorite features of the shoe is the stitch work happening. So towards the back or towards the heel cup in the quarter panel, we have some black dash stitching going on, and pretty much everywhere else we have that red dash stitching. I just love how that stitching is outlining every single panel on this shoe. It just looks good. Pulling the shoes out for the first time from the box, the default set of laces that we are given are of a white color, a flat shape, and a polyester or nylon build. Now I opted to put in the other two laces, one that comes in a red, same shape, and the poly or nylon build, and the other one, a black color, flat shape, nylon or poly build. And if I were gonna rank them, red's the best, black second best, and white is definitely the worst. Since we're on the topic of the lacing system, this is not like your typical Jordan 1 Retro where the eyelets are just punched into the leather panel. There are actually metal finishes where the eyelets go, and they're painted in white, and I really like that about this shoe. Behind those sets of laces is the padded tongue, which is enclosed within nylon, and what's cool about this is that it is stitched off in zigzag fashion with black threading. At the top is your Nike Air logo where the swoosh is done up in red. We have a neoprene collar that is done up in red and a matching lining on the inside, and it is padded on the lateral, the medial, and the heel side of the shoe, providing comfort to your ankle. Now, in pulling out the insole of the shoe, you'll see a bed of white fabric in which there is a Nike Air logo right here at the heel of the shoe done up in red, and this is done up on a thin piece of blue foam. Moving on to the midsole outsole of the shoe, you can't see it, but there is an air unit here at the heel to provide some of that cushioning for when you make impact on the ground. Now looking at the exterior, you'll see that it's done up in this sail color to match the leather panels above on the upper. At the bottom of the shoe, it's typical of your Jordan 1 Retro where you have the circles going up right here, and then your grid towards the heel, and the Nike logo right smack dab in the middle. In terms of sizing, I'm usually rocking a size 8.5 or a 9 US, but for this particular application and knowing my size in Jordan shoes, I went with my true to size, that 8.5, and I have a little bit of space from the top of my toe to the top of the toe box area. In terms of comfort, the Jordan 1 was never known to provide a lot of cushioning and a lot of support. Therefore, I actually removed this insole and I put in my own third-party insole from Dick's Sporting Goods to provide in those particular areas. By itself, stock is definitely not a shoe that I can rock for 8 hours straight. Overall, I think this Jordan 1 Retro Phantom is a legit shoe. That neoprene that goes on in the collar, the stitching work that is happening all over the shoe, and the crinkled paper look that's appearing on these different leather panels, it just looks like a cohesive design. Having this final product in hand and then looking back to those online photos, those photos are super deceiving. This is a purchase that you need to make, and especially at that $160 price point, I don't think this is a super limited shoe. You should be able to get this shoe with no problem. So I already finished editing this video. I have about a minute before I hit that 10-minute mark, so let's go through some of the comments that y'all left on videos before. Jumperman Chris says, B-rolls are top notch. Thank you for noticing. I'm just trying to provide you a different perspective, a more creative perspective on the shoe that I'm looking at, and I don't see a lot of shoe-tubers nowadays doing this type of stuff, so I'm glad you noticed. And if you're not subscribed to Jumperman Chris already, I think he's at 41,000 subscribers on YouTube. He does sneakers as well, and he's traveling the SneakerCon circuit. I don't know if he's traveling the whole thing. I don't know if he's actually going to go to London, but he travels most of the SneakerCon events. Ted Robles, make it short and concise. Sorry, can't stand your long explanations. Kind of remind me that I'm in a classroom. You explain like a teacher, not charismatic, thus making it boring. So the reason why I keep my videos at least at 10 minutes is because that YouTube algorithm, AdSense, and because YouTube is trying to keep you on the page as long as they can. Thus, they favor longer videos, and yeah. If you don't have a longer video, less chances of you showing up on that watch page or the list of recommendations. Not charismatic, I don't know. Am I that boring, y'all? Is me, Brendan says, you look gay. Cool. Juan Carlos Faustino, not sure why your channel doesn't have as many subs as it should. Probably one of the best in-depth reviews I've seen. Also very entertaining. Ha ha ha. Keep repping that Pinoy swagger, brother. I love it. Repping the Philippines, man. And see, I'm charismatic. Rashawn Butler, what the hell is up with your lips? So as a kid, I had a lot of eczema. So this is a lot of eczema scarring. That's why I usually wear a beard. I don't like shaving. So yeah, that's that. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about the Jordan 1 Retro, the Phantom? Is this a good pickup, a bad pickup? What do you think resale is going to be like on this shoe 6 months out? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, ChrisCatalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And we are hitting it really close to that 8,000 subscriber mark, and once we do, we are going to have this raffle, and I'm going to give out some good prizes. Alright guys, I think this is it. I am Chris Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers. Sikina.